Thank you very much for the invitation from the Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Agriculture, and Tourism of Chiriquí has done the Center of Competitivity for the Western side to speak about a very important topic in these times that the country has going through with the high necessity to reactivate economy and to get a recuperation in Chiriquí and also the western side, including Bocas del Toro and the Comarca. We have designed and defined, so to saying, a plan known as Vision Region Western Side. This vision is in order to improve this schema of the land that is based in agro-feeding with agro-industry tourism, mainly dedicated in nature, agro-tourism, ethno-tourism, but all of this in a platform of logistic that enhances that area and taking into consideration Costa Rica to be in the same relation and integration with that country. Talking about what we're here about, we would like to talk about the productive plan of Panama, number 2, that is going to enhance 2 different chambers of production or channels of production. This is financed by Inter-American Bank of Latin America and the Descúbrala. Of the 23 actions that we want to develop, we mainly focus on agro-feeding, chambers of milk, fruits, meat, coffee, cacao, and all palm, among others, were analyzed. Also on tourism, this region is on the first ones. The focusing of these channels of value, take this exercise in order to develop of bioscience that is oriented to the metropolitan area, Panama and the western side of Panama, and the channel of fruits in that sense. We did a mapping on that chain of value, finding a critical area of 4,000 producers that produce fruits, but also a specialized business in that chain of business, adding a value in order to export not only from this area, but prime material, but also material that is produced. In summary, we have chosen a chain of fruits in order to develop this cluster. All of the people in interest, we will let you know the people that are acting in this chain that has to do with agro-industry. Also the milk were qualified, but they are not going to be taking in consideration in this first phase, only fruits. But there is a cluster of milk that is also interest to know. And there are different actors in this area that could be interest for the investors that want to focus on this opportunity in this region. We also have agro-tourism that it was identified, and the special coffees. And aside from those clusters, we also are looking to improve the competitivity, going into a project for the development of enhanced competitivity in agro-industry that is sponsored the Chamber of Commerce. 21 industry from our country qualified. We can see the list here with different references from the company, and they can be shared for those that want to get in touch with them. Transformation in the chain of milk and cacao and coffee, fruits, among others. We can say that in their positive evolution to improve their competitivity, with the support of this program from the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. We also have the program of importation towards Netherlands, which is a commission of promotion of import from Netherlands, CME, that in alliance with the Competitivity Center has sponsored 3 products, Panafruit, which is a company that is already exporting, but is going to export to Europe. The good news is that Panafruit has been certified with Global Gap, a key certification to export to Europe. We also have the product Panama has, which is an initiative from producers that are in the process of placing in the national market, and also has capacity to export. The avocado has, that is an innovation for this area. On another side, we have the Association of Producers of Renacimiento that also qualified to be supported in order to rent them to export towards Europe. And at this time, they're in the process to improve in certification of quality. On another side, we have the Circuit of Coffee, which is agrotourism, most important, that has been organized in our region, that has identified 4 different districts with high potency to develop this activity. And in the mapping that we did of 105 farms, we have 42 farms that can deliver touristic products to the national tourist as well as international tourists. This is going to be done in June in alliance with the tourism ministry and also the Circuit of Coffee. We have a lot of different opportunities that has to do with accommodation, gastronomy, and transport of tourists, and a good and wide offer of tourism in relation to coffee. We also want to present the advantage program of urban development integral with a series of tourist vocation. The Bank of Inter-American Development Bank with the Ministry of Tourism has implemented this program in order to enhance 6 destinations in the country, of which 3 are on the western side, Bocas del Toro, Boquete, and Highlands. The good news is that this project has been approved, countersigned, and these cities or destination will receive $100 million for equipment and development of their communities and modernization on tourism. The district of Boquete is going to be one of the pioneers, as well as the other destinations. They're going to receive resources in order to do ordering in the local area. The licitations are going to be done in the next month. Those consultants that are interested, they have different opportunities in order to give their offers. Boquete, for example, has an integral mobility tourism program with a walk site around the area of the river, which is a very important area for tourism, and the solution of some problems, the handle of the waste, among other interventions that are going to be done. We are also pleased to let you know the advances on the most important development on the primary sector in our area is of $50 million in aquaculture, a full circle in the Gulf of Chiriquí, in the area of Baru, Forever Ocean, which is a multi-international American company, is already doing all the work with $12 million of work already done. And the development at the beginning of the year, 500 million tons for the American consumption. The processing of these fishes is in Pedregal, and there's going to be an opportunity for investment on the increase of this plant in order to process 20,000 tons of fish that are programmed in order to be produced. But the logistic, in order to move all these products for export, has to be improved, and therefore requested the International Bank in order to identify the changes that have to be done for the logistic of the airways and the borders as well. We are in 60 days going to receive these studies that are also based on the chain of values in order to export. The President of the Republic, we presented him this information, and when these studies are coming out, he would like to get to know them in order to enhance the airline ways. We also have another investment, very important, on the private sector, which is an investment of $40 million in a multi-use port, which is a key aspect for cruise here in David. About 15 minutes from David, we can find located the place where there's going to be a consumption of American. Puerto Barú is going to perform this project that is going to give us a better maritime connectivity with the rest of the country and the world as well. Therefore, there's a lot of opportunity in tourism, of nautic tourism based on cruise, to 2,000, 3,000 people and mega yachts that they get to our gulfs, but they don't have a dock or many services that we can offer them. The logistics center of Descúbrala is a reality right now. It gives its services for the different chains of value. This is a facility that our region already has, and another facility that is developing. There is a modernization of the border sectors with an investment of $75 million from the government. There are different projects in order to improve the flow of passengers and load, and other projects that have been designed by the private sector, as the Park of Industries in Paso Canoa, which is a free zone that is called Global Logistic, has already is been building or is in process. There's a lot of opportunities for business, especially in commerce and agro industries. In order or to finish, because it's a lot of information that we're giving, there's another news. We have the master plans for the tourism development of Boca Chica, the national government, with different projects that they're doing. There are about 20 around the country, with key on hand is what is called. They have included a road from the Inter-American Highway to Boca Chica with a dock and also parking in order to enhance this touristic area that has about $10 million investment of private. This government investment is going to support the other investments with a lot of opportunity. The master project of agro, an aspiration that the area has, is ready to be carried out, and it's going to be announced very soon. That is going to be give benefits to the producer of this area, to give them more technology, agricultural practices, to increment the productivity. And without human resources, we cannot develop our region. The Inter-American Bank has approved, and is already performance, $25 million to support the human resources. The first investment has been given $400,000 of 16 programs in order to develop in agro, tourism, construction, and logistics. And this is going to enhance the possibility that our region will grow exponentially. Thank you very much, the Chamber of Commerce, for inviting SECOM to share this information. And for questions, I'm at your service to provide any information.